If you want to see how ContentFries can help you get 100 content pieces out of your single video, or you're curious to see how to get most of your ContentFries account, then this video is for you. I will guide you step by step in process of how to create multiple content pieces and how to multiply your content, but how to multiply it contextually to the platform where you want to publish it. So let's get started right away. What you're about to see is documenting the process of content creation in ContentFries, and I will explain what I did and how I will publish the content. So the first thing I need to explain is I uploaded my pillar content into this section, and you can upload your pillar content very easily by following the ContentFries wizard. Just click the Start the Wizard button and go into ContentFries streamer. And after you upload your pillar content, you will have it here. And this is what I did. And this is my pillar content I uploaded earlier. And I will refresh my cuttings, which I did earlier, so you can see what I did before and what you can get inspired by. And this is my pillar content cut. As you can see, it's just one cut, but it has really many custom cuts, as you can see here. What that means is I have one content, but this content, as you can see here, will be multiplied into Facebook video, Instagram video, and so on. And by looking at this golden bar, you can see that content is pretty long. It's actually 26 minutes almost. But when I go into the custom cuts section, there is maybe about 100 cutouts I did. And you can see when I zoom in, here is the point of the video where the intro will be injected, and at the end of my content piece also the outro will be injected. And this is what I did with my pillar content. When I go back, I just then clicked the generate button and waited a few minutes to generate my content piece, which is now ready in my content pieces section. And this is my content piece. This one, as you can see, there are all of the contexts I had set. I chose in the ContentFries streamer. I can switch into those contexts. I think I will not use those, but let's just continue. Maybe I can find some use case for them. And what I need to do as the first step, and what I did earlier, is I deleted the title, captions, and progress bar, because I don't need those elements in my YouTube video. Right now I want to fix my captions. I'm not happy with the timings, and so I will fix it pretty easily by clicking on the set timings button and click on the set automatically. This is much better timings. It's still automated, and I may need to make some small modifications, maybe merge these two lines together, and maybe merge these and slice it a little bit differently, and also this one, but I'm pretty okay with the result I get. So maybe this one, just to make it a little bit shorter. And when I'm done, I just need to click Save and Unlock Editing Captions. And as you can see here, my captions are now ready for me as I had set them up. Now I need to correct my captions, and maybe you don't want to do this step. In this case, just maybe use service like rev.com and send them your video and then import your SRT file here. Or maybe you can give your credentials to your virtual assistant and let him do the work. So I will stop this video and I will fix my captions manually. As I'm not a native speaker, my captions will have some issues, but if you're a native speaker, your captions will be much more accurate and better than mine, because you know my pronunciation sucks. So let's just fix it and let's then continue. Now I have my captions ready. What I can do now is I will export my captions as SRT file, and I will import these captions with my YouTube video while I'm uploading it on YouTube. Now I'm uploading the video on YouTube, and what I want to do with my video is I will also upload my captions. That means I need to click the advanced button on the bottom, and I have this in Slovak, but you can follow this process. Just click the button which says upload captions or something like that in English, and I will choose with timings. Let's just continue, and now import my captions. Choose the SRT file, open, and don't forget to set up your tags and description and thumbnail. I will stop the video before I do that, and then we can continue. By the way, I'm using Canva to create my thumbnails because I have here my template created where I just need to change some texts. Be sure to make your thumbnail big and readable. So I will change this text and upload this as the thumbnail for my video. Oh great, now finally I have one content piece which is ready to be published, and this is where the fun begins, guys. So if you're still watching this video, stay tuned. I promise you we will create more and more content pieces now in no time. So let's just finish this process and continue. So now my YouTube video is published, and what I can do, why not tweet about it from this platform? So maybe use Twitter, and I will retweet this on the ContentFries account where we are publishing the news about app development. But why not add this here, and maybe how to create catchy content pieces out of single video with ContentFries. So this is second content piece, and now let's just go back to ContentFries and publish this as an article to WordPress. So publish to WordPress, and I will choose the integration we have here. Let's just select first one, and I will get inspired by the settings I did in the YouTube. So let's just copy our headline and maybe how to create catchy content pieces. Let's just copy the YouTube description and paste it into my content window. And also what I want to have here is my captions, and what I want to create is maybe some transcription, is that the word, and maybe load captions here. And as you can see, my captions will be immediately inserted into my blog post, and I just need to maybe make some little adjustments to not have such a long sentences. So this is much better, and I will also insert my YouTube video into this content piece, maybe somewhere like this. And this excerpt of this video URL, I'm not sure if it does anything, so I will just skip it. And this excerpt is the text that will be shown on my blog indexed page. So I will just copy and paste the description of the text, and I can also choose the category of this content piece. Maybe just select behind the scenes or digital marketing, or maybe video, and also I can choose some tags of this, maybe social media and content marketing, content creation, content marketing, and so on. I can leave it as publish, but if I want to do some tweaks on my WordPress, I can set it as draft, and or maybe even schedule it to the future by clicking on this option. So I will publish it right away and post my content, and it should be immediately on my blog. So I will go to ContentFries/blog and see if it's there. And as you can see, it's published by Dusan Gregor, which is an admin that has set up the integration in the ContentFries. So let's just click on the article on the blog post, and as you can see, it's everything in there. And I just want to fix my YouTube by clicking on edit post, and let's just paste the YouTube one more time to have it injected like this. Update, and this is third content piece that I created from the single video. Let's just go back to ContentFries, and this is where the fun part begins. I can repurpose this very exact video to my maybe to the ContentFries group. So let's just switch the context to Facebook video, and now I want to unlink this context because this context is sharing the same layout as the YouTube, where I don't have the headline and progress bar and stuff like that. So maybe what's better is to create new context group, which will be for social media. So maybe call it social media contexts, and I can also choose some template. Maybe let's just select this one, and I will share this video on Facebook, LinkedIn, IGTV, and that's enough for this context group. And go into this context, and as you can see, I immediately have my template created for me. I just need to rename the headline to something like create catchy content pieces. Maybe make it a little bit smaller and bold. It's bold already, so maybe choose some different font. This looks better. And I will make it a bit smaller and lower. Maybe I will also move my video a bit to the bottom, because I want to have a sub headline under this base headline. So move it like this and duplicate it and choose the duplicated one, and let's just add there out of single video with ContentFries. And this obviously needs to be smaller, and maybe like this, maybe in white color, and in font like not bad. Maybe we can leave it in this font and add it some shadow like this, maybe a bit larger, because I'm not sure if I share this video if it will be readable. So best common practice is to have those text a bit larger. Now I will choose my captions, and let's just make it smaller and move it like this. And also I need to increase my font size to something like this, maybe bold. No, I will leave it like this. And let's just see how it is looking when there are two lines. Maybe increase the line height a bit. Okay, and I need to be sure some long sentence I will immediately see. Okay, can be seen. Okay, I think it's good. Maybe just to be sure, make it a little bit smaller. And what I also like is not to have it on the edges, so let's just make it a little bit, let's just decrease the width a little bit and move it to the center. Great. And also adjust the progress indicator. I want to have it maybe on the top, so move it here and give it some backdrop. I can use our brand blue color, for example. Okay, and I think it's, and decrease the height of the progress bar. Okay, I think it's cool, so I can save this, maybe add a small shadow to the video. Contextual content pieces generated out of my pillar content. What? Okay, great. So this is next content piece I can share in the Facebook group, for example, and also on the Facebook page. And now I need to make some adjustments to have it ready for the IGTV. So let's go into the IGTV context, and as you can see, there's some miscalculation with the subtitle. So what I need to do is just click on the unlink current context and fix this little issue manually. So I need to click my progress indicator, and this is the first thing I will fix, and maybe I will move it like this, and also I will choose the progress indicator height to this big level just to have it more interesting. And also I need to move it in the layers under my captions so they are visible, and I can move them a little bit higher in the scene. Now I want to fix my subtitles, so let's just drag and drop those maybe like this, and maybe move this and fix it like this. Okay. So this is the IGTV context ready, and just to see how it will look like when it's okay. I'm okay with it. Save and go into the LinkedIn context, and I want the LinkedIn context to be really simple. So what I will do in the LinkedIn context, I will unlink this context, and I will set white background for this concrete context, and also I will remove this subheadline and move these captions a bit to the top, and get rid of the video shadow. Okay, great. Save, and now I have context ready for my Facebook, LinkedIn and IGTV. Now I want to export my content pieces out of ContentFries, and I don't want to export them one by one, so I will bulk export them, and I will choose my Facebook, LinkedIn and IGTV contexts, export those three at once, and ContentFries will save me time because I don't have to export them one by one. So this should be ready for me in maybe 10 or 20 minutes. So just to keep things clean, I will remove these unnecessary contexts. Great. And now what I'm going to do is something you maybe wasn't aware of, and that's a pretty neat trick. So let's go to the dashboard, and as you can see, my content piece is exporting, but I can turn this content piece into a pillar content. This content piece is almost 20 minutes long, and I think there are multiple content pieces in it. I can repurpose and I can get those content pieces out of this content piece in the trimmer. So let's copy this content piece into the pillar content section just by clicking on this button. You should immediately see your pillar content in the trimmer. And just as a reminder, we have this pillar content and you may think it's a duplicity of our previous pillar content, but it is not, because this is our pillar content, and by this pillar content we created this content piece, which was almost 20 minutes long, this one, and out of this we created new pillar content, which is this one, but this one is cutted, so this don't have the ahs and ohs and the parts you don't want to have in the pillar content, because I used ContentFries instead of video editor to cut and process my pillar content. So that's why I'm having two pillar contents. First one is the raw pillar content with all the undesired parts in it, and this one is the clear pillar content, and from this pillar content I want create shorter content pieces. That means what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create meaningful short content pieces. Some of them will have maybe a minute, some of them will have 3, maybe 5 minutes, and so on. So let's go into it. Currently I don't have any starting and ending times in mind, so I will just watch this video, fast forward it, and just write some interesting starting and ending times into my text editor. So let's go into it. In this video I'm going to show you how you can repurpose. What's important is I can play my video and increase the playing speed. So when I'm feeling comfortable with playing it at 2 or maybe 3 play speed, I can do just that. So I can write down my starting and ending times quicker and faster. So let's just choose this playing speed and write down the times. Your pillar content into content pieces similar to this one, this. When I have some interesting time, I can zoom my audio just to click where the audio is not playing, just to not have my content piece starting in the middle of some sentence in the middle of some spoken word. And when I have the good time, I can copy this time into my text editor, or I can also set start and then play the video until I think the content piece will be interesting. So let's just continue. I don't have to use this text editor or anything like it. I just can immediately store the interesting times into the pillar content. This is what I actually will do right now. The text editor is redundant and is not necessary because I can use these buttons. So I now have the first content piece, and I think this content piece may be interesting as a use case for stories. So I will choose contexts for this content piece for maybe Instagram and stories, and confirm. Now I can continue. I changed my mind because maybe it's better to set end here, because this content piece I can repurpose my new content piece into stories directly in the context editor. I will show you that later, but for now I will have this content piece not only for Instagram and stories, but also for Facebook video, IGTV, LinkedIn, and that's fine for me. So now I will find some other content pieces. As you can see, this is almost 300 seconds long, so almost 5 minutes. So maybe now just find some other content pieces. What's important is that I can have also content pieces that are overlapping with this content piece. That doesn't matter in the trimmer. So let's just scan for next content pieces in this pillar content. There's one thing I forgot to set when I copied the content piece into the trimmer, and that's the context settings. This context setting, which is right here, means this is the default setting for all my content pieces that I will create. So just choose platforms or contexts you are creating content for. So in my case, that's Facebook, Instagram, IGTV, LinkedIn, and not sure about YouTube, but I can leave it here, and also Instagram video stories. And when I go back to trimmer, those settings will apply only to new content pieces I will create from the moment I set it those contexts. Those contexts you will set in the wizard when you're uploading the pillar content. But if you copy your content piece into the trimmer, you need to set your contexts if you want to have predefined contexts for your content pieces. I need to fix my previous content pieces because probably I don't have any content piece, I don't have any context set there, so I need to fix that manually. So let's just choose Facebook and all those contexts for this one and also for this one. And when I don't want some context for concrete content piece, I just can set this in this by clicking on this button. I just scanned through this pillar content piece and I found there are 5 possible content pieces that I can repurpose into 30 contextual content pieces. This is video that's 20 minutes long, so I think that's not so bad to create 30 contextual content pieces out of 20 minutes long video. But if I try, or when I have more time, maybe I can find some other content pieces in this pillar content. And what I'm going to do now is I will inject intro and outro into my content pieces. How can I do that? That's pretty simple. I just need to go into the intro settings, and I uploaded the intro before, so I can choose it in this section. But if you don't have your videos imported, you just need to upload them in this section at first. So I will choose my intro, and also I will choose my outro. Depending on when you're watching this video, you may also add call to actions into your content pieces, but that's not ready as of today when I'm recording this video. So now I need to enable my intro and outro in my content pieces, and I can do that really easily just by clicking on the video injections button in the corresponding content piece. And as you can see, it's enabled by default after I injected those. But when I want to move it in the start of the content piece, so it starts at more meaningful time, I can do that just by dragging this handler. Or when I want my outro not to start on the end of the content piece, I can also move it where I want. So let's just play this content piece just to see where,
as you can see, I'm an admin of this page,
where I can inject this intro, or maybe I can leave it as it is in the beginning of the video. We will see. Okay, I think this is the good spot to inject my intro. So I will zoom my video and I need to see
just
where the switch between the scenes is. So let's just play
this, and
let's just play a bit of the video, and
this is how it works.
And stop it in the moment where I want my intro to appear.
First,
and I think this is great candidate. So I now need to move my intro to this point. So this is how it works. Okay, I will zoom that a little bit. This is too much, and this will definitely be more user friendly in the future, but for now I need to adjust it manually so it appears in the moment where I want. And that's probably somewhere like this. Okay, yes, this is the right time to start my intro, and I can leave the outro as it is, and I will also set up the intro for the other content pieces. I decided not to inject intro in this concrete content piece because I can't find any meaningful time where the intro should start, and this content piece is having just a few seconds, so I don't want to have an intro in this content piece. So let's just disable it, and I will leave the outro there. I don't see a problem with that. In the end, I left my intro only in 2 content pieces, and that's in the first one and the last one, because as you can see, those 2 content pieces are pretty lengthier than the other ones. This is having maybe about 80 or 70 seconds, and those content pieces are pretty short. So I consider not to put intro in those content pieces because those are just some short content pieces that are pretty instant. Now I'm done, so I just need to click save or generate. It doesn't matter. I have it ready to be generated, so let's just generate. And now I can go immediately into my dashboard by clicking on the ContentFries logo and let the content pieces be processed, and that's the theme for the next video that I will publish. So this is the first part of how to get most of ContentFries, and in the next video I will show you how to repurpose those content pieces even further, and how to create 100 content pieces from the pillar content as I promised. For now we are having about 30 content pieces, I think, maybe 35 or something like this. And in the next episode we will go to 100 content pieces and maybe more. We will see what we achieve with the ContentFries. So stay tuned. I will show you how to repurpose your content piece further with the context editor and how to get some quotes, ideas, and how to fill your social media schedule. So looking forward to the next part. This is pretty exciting for me. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about this, and if you're having maybe some ideas to make the process more simple, straightforward and clear. So I'm looking to your feedback. Your feedback can help us make ContentFries better for everyone. So thank you very much for your feedback and for your comments. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned. I'm done for today and see you soon.